What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Duke Reacts, part of the Dukendon channel. Guys, today we got ourselves a very jam-packed episode, okay? And possibly pretty hilarious because we are going to be talking about no other than YouTube's favorite manosphere boros, the Fresh and Fit podcast crew. That's right, people. Particularly, we're going to be talking about Fresh. I mean, a little bit of Byron, but Fresh because there's been this recent live stream that they had. There has been a fuck ton of hypocrisy, especially on his end, okay? In this particular live stream, they were talking about the issue of body count, all right? And how that makes a woman look in comparison to dealing with a high-value man. And obviously, you guys can guess it, okay? And in this discussion, Fresh uses a couple of examples to kind of illustrate his point about how a woman with high body count or who could possibly be a hoe, right? If she's attached to a high value man, well, it's gonna bring down the value of that particular high value man, and he could be potentially ridiculed within his circles. Now, here's the crazy thing y'all gotta understand here, okay? We're talking about Fresh, okay? We are talking about Fresh Prince CEO, the same dude, okay, that just got exposed again by DJ Academics for going back to a gold digger, okay? This woman is on TikTok basically teaching other young girls how to be little Britney Renners. He fell for her once, broke up. All right, once we all found out. And then once he thought we stopped paying attention, he is now back to dealing with her. This man is going to basically explain to you guys on how dating a woman who have a high possible body count, okay, is going to make you a lower value male. Now, I want you guys to pay attention to this because, like, what this guy is going to explain and what we're going to break down, okay, he is actively living that life, okay? So I just find it crazy. But before we dive on into the video, I just want you guys to understand, I mean, we actually kind of want to have a discussion about this, right? I mean, does a woman and the body count, does that actually matter, okay? This is the age-old question, people, and this is the one thing that people want to know. So I'm not going to long stroke y'all no more. Let's go ahead and get into this video. But before we do that, I'm crazy, but listen, if you guys are not subscribed to the Dukendon channel, I don't know what to tell you. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell notification at the top so YouTube lets you know whenever Dukendon is in these here streets. Let's get to this shit. Woohoo! All right, people, let's go ahead and get into this show. All right, so again, guys, the topic of conversation today is about body counts, okay? Listen, we already know, brothers in the manosphere, we cannot get enough about hearing about a woman's body count and how much it matters to a high-value man. Hey, guys, I want you to understand something, especially with this conversation about high-value men. To me, it seems less and less about the quality of individual and kind of more about a boys club, right? This arbitrary boys club where, you know, you have to meet these different credentials to basically be a part of, right? And it seems like, you guys pay attention to this, right? It seems as though, you know, everything that you do, especially outside in the world, the women you're dealing with, the people you hang around, has to basically do with the perception of how this boys club, the high value boys club, is going to be able to view your actions, okay? Just pay attention to that, because what I'm trying to get at is a lot of these guys make decisions based off of what they think other high value men think, right? Not mention the fact that people are just people and people have their vices. No, these guys actually make decisions based off of how their friends think, not based off what they think as men, right? Just based off of how their friends think. And you guys don't believe me, we'll break a lot of that down because we see a lot of that going on here, okay? This high value thing is just, it reminds me of like high school, the schoolyard in high school, right? You got the cool kids, right? You got the jerks, you got the nerds, you got the dorks over here, right? All these different groups, and they all have to act in a certain way, right? And if you do this, well, you don't belong to this boys club because, you know, X, right? If you're sleeping with these type of girls, right, and she's already had these many bodies, you aren't high value. This is the kind of mentality a lot of these guys operate on. There's no masculinity here, all right? Especially when it comes down to this mentality. It's just a bunch of dudes acting for the approval of their friends, which I thought it was a female trait, according to some of these Manosphere bros. So just keep that in mind. I know I've long stroked enough already, okay? So guys, if you're not already liked or if you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that, because we keep our ears to these here streets, all right? And we're gonna have more videos like this coming out, because this week, guys, it's gonna be looking like a fresh and fit takedown week, okay? So you definitely want to be subscribed for this. Let's go ahead and get to the video.
You are a hoe in general, right? You're doing your thing, going on mommy. People are gonna find out. So let's say I wife up that hoe. Everyone already had their turn with her, and as a result, guess what? Now I'm the last stop, because everyone's like, oh yeah, she was here, but now she's your girl. So that right there for the guy is terrible, because now
then you're a beta if you can't fucking back up your woman.
I kind of agree with her, but hold on, man.
Hey, lady, I'm gonna just tell you this. You have no idea how right you are. Like, just saying, bro.
Earlier, you said it shouldn't matter about her past.
It shouldn't.
So then, who's wrong there? Because guess what? She needs love too, right?
She does.
So
she needs love from her man. Her man should be the one supporting her when everyone is tirando muela. You should be the one to be like, yo, like, I accept you. Obviously, I accept you because I'm with you. Fuck that shit. Like, fuck all that noise. It should not matter.
How would you feel if every girl you know fucked your man?
She'd be proud, right?
And laughed at you when you walked in the room.
I don't think she would care.
No.
It
would suck.
It would suck, but that's B story.
Factor.
You know what I'm saying? That's not.
So I'm curious to you. Like, why do you think that matters? Say you're at a party and then everybody fucked. Like, what is the reason that would? Like, so why would you stop?
If you're a man's status, right? Like, you have a reputation, you have a status that you want to maintain. If your girl's out there doing random shit from the past, it can come up to haunt you and her, because you've not taken.
You know what? Hold on. Fresh Prince CEO, I am glad you said that. Guys, remember, hold the fucking friends door. I can't believe my ears. I can't believe my great value ears and what the hell I'm hearing. Fresh, let me take you back to memory lane, okay? Because it seems as though when you talk about a woman's past, okay, devaluing a high value man's value, okay, let's look at your scenario. You dated Miranda, a verified gold digger, okay, that is on seeking arrangements, looking for high value simps like you, okay? You did this. Wait a fucking, like, why are we still listening to this? Like, real talk, why are people still listening to idiots like this, right? Clearly, we did not forget the Miranda situation. You chose to deal with the chick, okay, that had a past who basically is what you're describing right now to these other girls. You dated that, all right? And so now, when everyone laughed at you, won't you say that devalued your role as a high value man? You see, guys, this guy is, a lot of these red pill guys, they are the perfect examples for what they're trying to teach a lot of these young men. You know what? This is the crazy thing is, a lot of y'all who are super fans, right? And if you're fans of them to actually genuinely learn things about male and female nature, right? Don't watch the show for the shit that they're saying, because they're not speaking facts. I mean, maybe they are some shit that they're saying, right? But just watch how they behave on and off the field, okay? It's exactly how they're preaching. These people are hypocrites, okay? As Fresh as talking, I want each and every one of y'all to think about Miranda.
Here, seriously, and for example, let's say, right, you know me, Myron, Chris behind the camera as well, and your girl was
discount Terrence Howard
was with us, and we saw you walk in with her, bro. We're gonna laugh at you. It's like,
yeah. But like, shouldn't your love with your girl matter more than the opinions of?
And maybe it's that they're just jealous that they could.
No, No, dog, it does not matter. No, the opinions of this motherfucker's friends matters more than anyone else. Again, case in point, I gotta pull this shit out. Miranda, okay? Miranda. I'm sorry to get in your ears like that, okay? I'm just flabbergasted at this point right now. Okay, Miranda. You dumped Miranda when it came out that she was a gold digger and she was the exact type of chick you rail against on your show. Matter of fact, after DJ Academics exposed you on your show about Miranda, I mean, she was there. After he exposed you guys, you dumped her. You basically made it seem like she was some kind of side chick. You made it seem like she didn't freaking matter. That was you, dog. You did that. Okay, because of what we thought. And I even called you out on it when you guys wouldn't guess this, right? When DJ Academics later exposed you for crawling back to her after you publicly dumped her and called her just one of your hoes. You were back with her. And guess what? He exposed her while what they were doing. She was walking his dog. The same way you met her is the same way you came crawling back to her. She was walking your dog, bro. Like, this is crazy to me. So you mean to tell me that when you thought the scandal died down and no one else was looking, you thought it was cool? Let me just go right back to her. And you guys remember in that video, I said, what does that say about this man's character, right? What does this say about this man's integrity when you chose a woman to be with, but you wouldn't stand by her side because of what other people think, right? There's nothing about that says anything about you being a man. You're just being a bitch. You're at the whim of your buddies. So remember I was talking about earlier about this boys club, right? This little, high school playground nonsense that we're talking about. This is what I mean. A lot of these guys, they are at the opinions of their friends. It's a vanity thing. It's an image thing. That's why they walk around with the cars. That's why they walk around with the chains. That's why they walk around acting like they're better than each and every one of y'all, because it's about the image at the end of the day. And some of y'all just buy into that shit. All right, so he had to keep his image. He had to dump Miranda, but realistically, this motherfucker had feelings for her. These guys they're not living the life that they're trying to preach on you. Right? They're not it. At the end of the day, what these guys are exposing is that they're no different. They're just a bunch of average dudes like you. That's exactly it. I'm sorry I went off on that tangent, bro. It just had to be said.
Then fucking hit your girl, bro.
This is just one example. I'm just saying, like, that one example right there is kind of like, okay, my reputation as a guy, you could say high value man, is.
Oh, he said it. Hey, all y'all stand boys is Fresh has never called himself a high value man. There you go.
In tarnish, because that point, like, how to put this? If you're with that girl and people can see that, you don't look like a laughing stock.
At that point, you are more concerned.
If you're worse than
you're concerned.
Like Kanye wiped up Kim for 8 years and wasn't really a laughing stock because he thinks he's better than the other guys that she was with. That he doesn't really think of the other guys as competition.
He fucked up, bro. We can sit now with.
But at that point, you are more concerned about your homie's opinions than the welfare of your woman.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. These guys act like females, right? Because they say, hey, listen, don't come at me. They say in this space all the time that women break up with men because of the opinions of their friends, right? Right? So here we are, Fresh Prince CEO, giving an example where he's pretty much not one to deal with the chick because of what his friends might think, okay? And then not just give an example, this motherfucker is a living example, okay? With Miranda, okay? He dumped Miranda based off of the opinions of internet people, internet high value, great value men, okay? So yes, lady, you are more right than you can even imagine.
Woman's opinion should matter more than random guys.
Than your homies, bro. Period.
I mean, they're hot value homies, and as many girls, man. To
be honest, there's too many girls that are not hoes you could find.
Yeah, facts.
So I'm just saying, in probabilities and generalities, if I find a girl that's not a hoe, it's better for me. If she's a hoe, hey, you never know.
And that's valid.
Who she was with, I could like mess up my business relationships or even my, further future. So you never know.
So do you think body count is more important to you than chemistry?
Honestly, I would say body count doesn't override chemistry. However, it can definitely be, I want to say,
deciding factor,
a bad thing for you in the future.
How?
So yes, you could wait. I'll say, chemistry is there, but it can come out to bite you in the ass. It definitely can.
Oh, I get it. Like it bit you in the ass. Oh, thank you so much, Fresh, for explaining it. Because yes, I get it. You decided to deal with a chick like Miranda, defended her against DJ Academics on your show, dumped her after it came back and bit you in the ass, and then when you thought we all forgot, got back with her, DJ Academics then re-exposed you, and then you are now feeling it. It has come back to haunt you. Okay, I get it. Ladies, gentlemen in the chat, I understand what he's trying to say. Okay, actually, realistically, Fresh might be spitting something just based off of it. He is living his proof right now. He is living his truth. Okay, guys, we can't. Okay, he's living his truth. Let's continue.
Do you think hoes fuck better though?
Dude,
Yes.
I love hoes. I'm just saying, like if
We
I was
know.
gonna be like legit long term, bro. Like, hey man, I'm gonna go to Colombia. No one knows those.
Oh, wait, time out. Time out. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just say, oh, well, it's not, if she had better high body count, it's not gonna matter, but in the long run. But you know what? If I want to go wife a girl that's not a hoe, I'm gonna just go to Colombia. What in the fuck kind of answer is that? So, hey, you're basically insinuating that every girl in the West is a freaking hoe, and then women in Colombia, no, they're not hoes, and they definitely don't have large body counts, right? Because you're the one to know. How would you even know that? How, like this is the Kool-Aid I'm talking about. How would you even know women in Colombia have low body count? No, how would you know that? Like, how would you, yo, bro, y'all, this is the naive worldview that a lot of these young men have, especially these guys on here, because they're no different from children. And it's very black and white. And it just doesn't make any sense. Hey, bruh, Fresh, I'm going to guarantee you this. You go to Colombia, all right, with the bullshit you pull with Miranda over here at the States, you will get taken for everything you have because them girls know how to run better game than chicks here in the West. Guarantee, bruh. Ask about it. They'll tell you, bruh.
Goes over there for the most part.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So,
Yeah. So okay. So you're saying it shouldn't matter, right? Like a girl's past shouldn't matter to the guy.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. So how about this? Let's say, hypothetically, me and you were.
Myron has to tag in. See, Myron with the notes, he's already go. So say hypothetically. Let's see what Myron has. Okay, guys? Let's see the point that Myron can put in. Okay, we're still on the topic of body counts. Does it matter? And Myron's gonna break it down. Hopefully he does a better job than Frog Prince CEO over here.
Dating, right? Let's go into a dream world, right? Right, and we've been seeing each other for a bit, right? Not too much, but been seeing each other, on and off for a while. And I tell you, hey, you're like my main chick. We talk about potentially building a life together.
Right.
You help me out with my business. You're like my chick, right? Kinda. And you were there and helped me build my business, make more money. We maybe took a trip together. And I'm like, telling you about, oh yeah, let's have kids in the future, all this other shit. And then, one day you find out I'm talking to this really bad 21-year-old that I just met like 2 weeks ago. And I'm telling her, yo, like, I definitely want to build a family with you. I want to take you serious and stuff like that. I'm seeing this other chick potentially, but I like you more. How'd that make you feel finding that out?
I feel sad for you because if you're willing to throw away something good for some pussy, bro, that's your loss. And
see, listen, this is where you are wrong, okay? And this is where a lot of women, unfortunately, they are wrong, and this is how they turn into these women that hate men, all right? And they turn into man haters. What Myron just explained, the whole shit with the balcony, or not balcony, with the whole I want to spend the rest of my life with you, I want to get married, you're gonna be the woman of my life, or dreams, whatever the fuck it is, right? That's the same kind of game guys run on women, like especially some of these toxic guys, right? And women fall for that. Why? Because a lot of women, especially when they come in naive, especially the younger one, right? When they come in naive and they say, oh wow, this guy he's got everything put together and he's telling me he wants me to carry his children and we're gonna get married. That's every woman's dream. So what this guy is, he's a dream seller. And I'm sure women who are even in the chat or watching this in the replay, you have run into a man who sold you a dream. He sold you that future life, right? The American dream. We can have the white picket fence and a goddamn dog. He sold you that. You fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. But realistically, that guy is just using that to go ahead and, find some other girl and use that same line. It's a way for them to pretty much get you wrapped around their finger so you fall for their games. That's just what it is. It makes you easier to be manipulated. Okay, a lot of the guys run these games. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Myron has ran this game. He has ran this game with Miss Cheeks. Because, hey, y'all remember when Miss Cheeks put out that long Twitter thread, right? When she was talking about you, Myron, and she was talking about how you not only came on to her, how you not only singled her out, knowing kind of how, she was putting herself out there, right? You singled her out and you told her the exact same kind of story, right? Not maybe word for word, but paraphrasing pretty similar. You sold Miss Cheeks a dream. Like, go back and read that Twitter thread of how she was saying he was so nice to her, the balcony shit, how he wanted to watch the sunset with her and shit like that. Y'all remember that? Like, guys, you know what I'm realizing? Let me get my mug in here. Let me get my mug in here. Okay? What y'all got to realize, what these guys are showing you is the exact kind of game that they're running. Okay? Myron is just telling you what he does. This is how he keeps girls, young, naive girls, hooked to the game. And some of you girls out there who are watching on the replay or who are watching right now, okay, you guys have probably known some guy who tried to sit there and sell you some shit. And particularly, most married guys do this, right? A lot of married dudes do this shit, where they will find side chicks and they will sell their side chicks dreams, right? This is the exact kind of game. So, like, listen, Myron is showing you this by basically telling you, and Fresh is showing you this by literally being an example of the person, right? His game is dating hoes, right? We already know with the whole Miranda situation, and we already know he cares way more about the opinions of his friends than he does of the woman he's with. So, ladies, if you're looking for a high-value man, just know he cares more about his friends than he does about loving you, okay? And Myron will just sell you a dream just to get in your jeans. Just saying. These guys are letting you know the exact kind of game you're running. So why pay $700 or $1,000 for whatever course they're selling? Just look at their lives. If you want to emulate it that bad, just watch them. They'll tell you.
I'll find someone, you know what I'm saying? It's just your loss.
How would you feel though? Like, would it
hurt.
piss you off?
I would feel hurt. I would feel hurt, and I would be like, damn, like, it's like, I thought we had something good. I truly thought we had something good, and here you go, throw it all.
And just one more thing on that, just adding on that, based on what she's saying right now, this is what a lot of girls fall for naively, right? Oh, I thought we had something good. No, he was just running game. At the end of the day, Myron is the exact kind of toxic guy that women end up becoming man haters because they've dealt with guys who sold them a dream. That's just what it is. So that's him right there.
Away for some.
I think this is all possessive thinking.
Well, here's the thing. No, it's not possessive thinking. It's because here's the thing. What you just described, that like sense of betrayal, that's exactly how men feel about women that have high body counts. Because you, in that scenario, were paying the full price. You were helping me out.
But it's not a body count.
Can I finish? I'm going to explain. That same level that betrayal you felt, right? Because you invested.
Time out. Y'all see the chick? Who is this blonde chick, bro? Like, this one sitting right next to Myron. Like, what is wrong with her? Hold on, let me get my mug out of here. Like, I've been watching the whole episode. I'm like, what is wrong with her? She look like she possessed or something, bro. That's weird. But let's see what Myron has to say.
Time and dealing with me, helping me out, helped me while I was down, and I told you I'm going to give you the security of a serious relationship and children
in the future.
But I lied, and what am I doing? I'm going to go ahead and give that security and future to a girl that hasn't done half the things you've done.
Okay.
So let's reverse it.
That doesn't make sense because she haven't done half the shit she done, but you didn't list what that girl has done. You just went to another girl and sold her the same dream you sold the first girl. So what did we know? What did the first girl do? You just sold her the dream, and then you lied, and then you went to another girl to sell her a dream. The only difference is she's a different girl, younger, and you lied to the first one. So let's see how you're gonna equate it to body counts. I'm interested to hear this.
If I'm a man and I'm in a relationship with you, and I marry you or take you seriously, I'm paying full price now for a woman that fucked a bunch of other dudes that didn't pay full price. Do you see where we're coming from?
You picked her.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you, though. I can use the same situation with you about you picked me. That's what I'm trying to say is that women don't understand that for us, from the male perspective, we don't want to go ahead and pay full price for something that other people got for free or little to nothing.
But that's assuming that every guy is going to be getting with a girl is going to be this high value person. Just about the vast majority of guys, even guys who are listening to you right now, are going to be average dudes. Okay, so they don't have that kind of bargaining power that a lot of high value guys have. And on top of that, even if listen, there's a story that happened where a doctor married a woman, and come to find out that woman was on OnlyFans, or she was a high value hooker or some shit like that, right? That listen, you would never know. That's the main thing. The only thing that would happen is if the man inquires about it, it's just going to make him insecure. That's just what it is, because any number is going to be too high for a guy. Let's just be real. If it's more than 3, it ain't meant to be. And that's how most guys think. That's just really how most guys think. And in reality, it's not the case, because women have far more body counts than that. And yet it sucks because men don't have as much sexual access as women does, right? But we're not the same at the end of the day, right? It's the same equality argument you guys like to go back to. We're not the same. Guys, we want to fuck women. And women, their job is to try to protect it and we'll figure out who they want to let through, okay? And if you don't make the cut, you don't make the cut. But this whole thing, well, I'm a high value man, and just because you've wasted your time having sex with all these other guys before you got to me, you're not wifey material. Nigga, where the fuck were you? Where the fuck were you before she got to the age when she got into the real world and started dealing with dudes outside of college? What were you? At the end of the day, relationships fuck up because people overthink things. That's really what happens.
Because I don't want to walk into a room. That's the scenario who's explaining to you. And people laugh at me saying, this dude wifed her up. I got it for free. In other words, if your friend gets a Gucci bag half off and you pay full price for it, she gonna tell you, oh girl, why'd you overpay for that? I got a coupon and I was able to get it 50% off. It's gonna make you feel some type of way. You're gonna feel duped, betrayed, stupid.
How is she gonna feel duped, betrayed, and stupid? She didn't have the coupon, but she paid full price. Like, where does betrayal come in the mix? I'm confused. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Wait, if my friend went to the Gucci store on a different day than I went to it, and the day I went to it, I paid full price, and then she went into it, they offered a coupon where it was half off, how would I feel like I was betrayed by my friend? She got the bag on a day that it was half off, meaning that she got a better deal than you did. So are you going to be resentful and feel betrayed? You weren't there. This goes back to my first argument. You weren't there to get it half off. So why are you feeling betrayed? Like, this is so confusing. Guys, is anyone of y'all confused? This Gucci bag analogy is not making sense to me, bro. Like, listen, I'm going to just wait till the day it becomes half off. Then I'm going to go buy my half off Gucci bag. Like, it's not that hard. Why am I going to sit there and blame the other woman for just getting it half off on a day that I didn't go? Like, what?
That's how men feel when they're with a girl that has a high body count and they're paying full price and giving her the title of girlfriend and or wife. Do you see where I'm coming from?
I guess that's true.
That goes back to what they were just saying. That means that man wasn't there on a day where he could have gotten a girl that didn't have that body count. He wasn't in the right time or day to get a woman that was gonna be a lower body count than the woman he ended up with. Like, at the end of the day, he chose that woman, which goes back to their point. You see how circular this kind of gets to when you break it down? Listen, guys, this is how a lot of these red pill ideologies will get y'all in trouble. Like, real fucking talk.
You see a woman for her pussy.
Yeah, what about like the connection that you have with her?
It doesn't matter to these guys. The dynamic they see men and women is men are walking wallets and provider tools, and women are walking pussies. That's it. Like, it's not even funny anymore. That's why it's so scary the way these guys in the paradigm they view relationship and how they're talking to other young males. This is scary because they're reducing men to fucking wallets and basically reducing the women to fucking pussies. That's it. There's no connection. There's no love. There's nothing. None of that. It's just money and pussies. And you're wondering why men keep getting taken for the money and they can't stop attracting hoes. You wonder why. Y'all are out here telling young men right now, basically beaming into their minds that women only care about money. In order to get that, you got to get the money, right? What they will attract are women that will only want the money because that's all they have to offer. And the girls in return, they'll just give them the box because that's all they have to offer them. There's no connections here. Now, this is crazy.
What about like your actual emotions that you might have towards her? What
And this is also the difference. Like, you're talking about a woman's sexual past, right? And you feeling some type of way as a man, and your homies being like, oh, she got so many bodies that are, everybody, like fucked her. Okay, fine. Understandable. But the scenario you're painting right now is that if you and I are building a future, and we have built something from the ground up, and you leave to give that to somebody else, that's in the future. Like, that it's just completely different. It's not the same past affecting the future. It's literally the future affecting the future.
Lady, that didn't make any sense. Like, what the? Like, you had me and you lost me. Okay, no. The scenario he brought up was if he was dealing with you and you felt as though it was going somewhere because you chose to believe the bullshit lies that he's just gonna go sell to another woman. Okay, that's the scenario. How would you feel? And you said you would feel bad. Okay, great, but that's what a lot of men do. A lot of men are trash. Okay, and that's what they will do. They will sell you that dream and then go sell another woman that dream because that's a strategy they've devised to get easy pussy, to prey on innocent girls. And I don't say innocent as in terms of like character, but innocent in terms of like mentality and not knowing how men really are. That's just what it is. A lot of men we're like that. We sell dreams. Like, when a lot of guys are afraid to be honest to a woman about what they want. That, hey, I just want something nice and fun, just casual, what it is, right? A lot of guys don't know how to ask for that. They think that a lot of women, they want this external thing because that is what they want, and which is true. A lot of women, if they're gonna give you sex, they're expecting a relationship. Most women don't like to be just out here doing shit like that. It's not how that stuff works. But Fresh and Fit will get a lot of you young men to believe that women are just out here fucking like crazy. Like, it's crazy to me, man. Y'all, like, this is such a childish way. We'll play a little bit more, but I really want to get into the discussion before this gets too late.
But here's the problem. Your thinking is a little bit flawed, no disrespect, because you're assuming men and women are equal. And you said it earlier, hey, we should be 50-50. But what I'm trying to say is that men and women are not equal. We're very different. Women are concerned with a man's future. Men are concerned with a woman's past.
That's bullshit again, dog. Oh my god, dude. Like, this is why I stopped covering Fresh and Fit a long time ago, y'all. Like, y'all kept asking me, you gonna do more Fresh and Fit videos? I can't, bro. These guys are dumb. Listen, I as a man, I'm also, if I'm choosing a woman long term, like I'm talking about, I'm gonna be with her long term. I'm also worried about her future. For instance, AKA, if something happens to me, can this woman take care of my kids, right? Can she use the resources allotted to her to take care of the kids, right? That means if not, then I have to make some decisions here, right? But ultimately, a man should be concerned about a woman's future, especially if he's going to be with her, not just her past. That's such a binary way of thinking. It's not even funny. And yes, a woman does care about a man's future. That's absolutely true, right? Who wouldn't want an ambitious man? Like, what woman wouldn't? And I know there are women out there that are like, hey, my man could just be, he'd be just chilled making $30K a year and I love him to death. That's it. And there are women out there that do that. But realistically, you're just reducing people into basic fucking characters. And that's not it. If I'm with a woman long term, I am worried about her future. And I want her to be successful. I want to elevate her to a position where she's going to be able to pay back to the empire. That's it. If I'm not doing that, then I'm a selfish dick who only cares about his wants and needs. That's it. Like, literally, y'all can't be thinking like this. If you're going to be with a woman, leave her better than when you found her. And this is crazy that these guys have this kind of thinking. Like, and there are a lot of young men who are thinking that these guys are spitting facts right now, not realizing they're getting led down the garden path to hell. This is crazy to me.
It's the difference.
What matters? The future. We go forward, we don't go backwards.
But that's what, yeah, that's
but men lead to the future. Women don't lead a man to the future.
There you go.
Ever.
What?
Like, it doesn't happen. A woman doesn't lead a relationship. That's not a happy relationship.
Why not?
Where are you gonna lead me?
I mean, hold on. We don't even have to go. We don't even have to. We don't even have to do that. Like, because ladies, literally, I asked you, like, yo.
Okay, here's the thing, and I agree to a certain extent, right? Like in relationships, first of all, relationship dynamics are different. It can be different for different people. All right, for some people, like listen, when I worked in the dealership, bro, I know guys. I've worked with guys who literally were okay with their wives just having a higher paying job and pretty much running the household. They were perfectly okay with that. All right, you can call those guys betas, whatever it is, but these were still high income earning people. Okay, so when it comes to relationship dynamics, I understand that, right? Typically, it works when a man understands where he's going and his purpose, not only for himself, but his purpose for his family. Okay. The problem is there's not a lot of guys who actually have that. We have a lot of guys who have the need for women, but don't know where else to go, right? Don't know what they want to do with their lives. And when the women end up getting with them, they realize these guys are empty and soulless, and all they have is these flashy little trinkets they used to attract the woman in the first place. There's nothing underneath, and they end up leaving. Right. So when it comes to that, like you got to find the right leadership, and it comes down to the woman to basically choose a man who can lead in a relationship. And I do agree, relationship under male leadership works, right? But it's under the right male leadership, not just because you're a man. Just because you're a man don't mean that you're going to be able to lead a relationship properly. I've seen relationships go straight to hell under male leadership. So what do you mean? Where are you going to lead me to? Right? That doesn't make any fucking sense either, man. We got to stop thinking about that. And I think where she was trying to get at is essentially like, listen, a woman is meant to aspire you. She has a role in a relationship too, bro. Like, it's not a man just handling everything. Like, you gotta hit. No, bro. It's a division of labor. This shit has worked since the fucking, hunter-gathering stages, right? Hunter-gatherer, division of labor. Like, what, where that shit just disappeared? No. She helps lead too, in a way. She leads the household. Maybe I'm different, like, because listen, in my culture, we see things a little bit differently, especially when it comes to women. Like, our women aren't just fucking sitting at home taking care of kids and shit like that. Our women are business owners. We want our women to be successful. We want our women up there. Like, you gonna add to this empire too. It may not be as crazy amount that the man's pulling in, but you pulling in something, because at the end of the day, it's about survival. If something happens to me, my kids are gonna be okay under your leadership. My mom can lose some of my dad, right, and still take care of the kids. Why? Because she understands how to basically run a household in the event that the freaking head is gone. Like, y'all gotta understand this. If y'all run into a relationship where you as a man just has to, all the powers concentrate within you, and she doesn't know how to do anything else aside stuff in the household, you're fucked when you're gone. Your kids are fucked when you're gone. Like, I don't give a fuck. There's certain things that a woman can do that when you're gone, like, no one else can replace. And then y'all be mad when she go finds another dude and just hops onto it. Why? Because you didn't give her the skills to basically take care of herself. You basically left her when you found her. No fucking change. Like, this is crazy, bro. Like, you'd want your women to at least be right where you are, or at least exceeding in her own realm. This is why maybe I'm wrong, bro. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know in the chat. I'm just not used to this kind of dynamic. It's very interesting. Listen, you can't change people. Listen, bro. Listen. You end up with who you choose at the end of the day. All right. And who you choose, you better make sure it's based off of what you want. Okay. What do you want for your future, for yourself, and for your family? And can that particular person make it happen even when you're not here? That's just the ultimate thing. You know what? I think that's pretty much it for this. Let's go ahead and get into the discussion, guys. Let's take a look at the polls, see where you guys are at with this, and then hold on. Let me can you make sure that music is cut too? Let's cut the music. Let's get that overlay back up, and let's see if we can load those cards. Hold up, guys, give me 1 second. We're gonna try to load some stuff up here real quick. But let's get into this conversation real quick. Okay, let me get my mug back in here. Let me get my mug back in here. Is that good? All right. Yeah, 88% of y'all, 88% said that Fresh was basically, he lost some high value status based off taking Miranda back. So there it is. These guys, man, listen, what I can't believe, like, when people listen to these clowns, I don't know what else to tell you, man. These guys are guilty of the exact same shit they're basically telling their audience not to fucking follow, man. It is what it is. Like, y'all gotta understand this, man. You gotta understand what, like, the game this is all about. Like, either these guys are that stupid, like, either they're that stupid, or there are a bunch of people right now. God damn it. Or like how, okay, time out. Because there's listen, y'all, and the reason why I said y'all was stupid, I'm sorry for saying that, but like the reason why I said that is because if you stop just looking at the flashy nonsense that they say and actually pay attention to what they're doing, right? Because we like to say in this manosphere, they say it all the time, don't pay attention to the actions, right? Look at their actions. Look at Myron. Look at Fresh. Are they basically displaying the attitude that they are telling you not to do, not to show, right? Like, come on. It's hypocrisy 101. That's what these guys are doing. They're all about that. They're all about that. So the discussion I want to have today is I want to talk, first of all, touch up on the relationship dynamics. Okay, like, does that actually flow? Because I actually believe that shit fucking flows. I don't think it's as static as these guys are trying to make it seem, right? And like the thing is, listen. Right now, Fresh Prince CEO has no right to be talking to anybody about how relationship statuses go. Okay, realistically, you've lost that. Listen, for those of you guys who actively follow these guys, he should have lost credibility when he went back with Miranda as soon as that was exposed by DJ Academics. Credibility lost, because what does that say? What that says is their actions are continuously proving that these guys are essentially like, they're basically average dudes. They're average dudes that managed to get a bunch of freaking money, and now they don't even know what to do or how to manage that shit. That's what it is, man. And then on top of that, you had like Myron and the way he runs his game. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, Myron. We already know you a dream seller. We already know that's what you do. When you tell these girls, oh, I'm gonna be with you, or you give the indication that you're gonna be with them for the long haul, hey, I'm gonna make sure that your past comes back to haunt you, okay? Because, like, she's still out there somewhere. Like, she's still out there somewhere, bro. You played the same confidence game with her. She fell for your bullshit, and you ran with it. And then that very same example, you're basically trying to use to demonize those ladies on your platform. Like, guys, again, just watch what they do. Like, stop listening to what they say. Just watch what they do. These guys are guilty of the exact same thing. You know what this dude reminds me of? Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson, right? Because remember I told y'all earlier, I said married dudes are the main dudes that do this shit, right? Especially when it comes to like dealing with multiple women, because married dudes, you know, the beta males, y'all like to call them, right? They don't like to be honest with women, most of them, right? They don't like to be honest with a woman and say, you know, I just want sex, right? So what they do is they sell these women a shit ton of dreams, like Derek Jackson did with his side chick after the whole shit went down, like he did. Like, think about this. And he manipulated her so fucking bad that she basically came out defending this whole bullshit, right? And another thing these guys like to say, it's almost like they're saying that a man can do whatever a man wants, and a woman should just be barefoot and pregnant sitting at home. As long as he's this high status man, it's okay. He can basically do anything he wants. He can exercise his options, right? And then you press him on that. What do they say? Well, just because a woman has a lot more sexual options than a man, and you guys choose to squander it, especially your youth, right? Why does that matter? Unless you guys are fucking jealous of the amount of sexual access women are getting. Like, why does that matter? Just like you say, if I want to go back to it, it'd be back to your argument, right? Because you like to say, are men and women equal? No, they're not. So if we're not equal, Myron gains, that means our sexual access isn't equal either. Like, that's basically it. So why are a lot of guys getting pissed off that women have more sexual access than guys? Like, just it's just gonna fray your mind. And it's the insecure dudes that, like, oh my God. A lot of y'all, when y'all start really focusing on this shit, like, it's the insecure dudes that fall for this bullshit. All y'all. Like, you can't do this, because you're creating a one-sided scenario that just doesn't work, bruh. Like, stop. I'm sorry, bro. Like y'all. This is why I do not respect some of the Fresh and Fit fans. Like, yo, you guys are not deserving of any kind of respect whatsoever. Like, no, real talk. Real talk. If you guys still think that these guys actually have your best interest in heart, you don't deserve any kind of respect because they're playing you. They're playing you. The reality is these guys are just average, basic dudes. Okay, they weren't what they are right now. They just have a little bit of money, and they're using that to basically attract women. You think these girls really care about them? No. And it's over time coming out to be that these guys are just exposing themselves more. Listen, dudes, listen, y'all incels dudes over there following these red pill shit. Okay, listen, if you go around thinking about the body count women have, you're not going to have a successful relationship. I mean, I'm just being real with you, bro. Like, if you go around thinking about body counts and thinking about leg counts and all this different stuff, you're thinking about the wrong things. Real talk, unless you're not looking for a relationship. But then we also know that's cap, especially for most dudes. Because for most dudes, they want relationship, a.k.a. your boy. Like, come on now. Exhibit A, your boy went back with her after he found out that after we found out that she was a gold digger. He went back to her. So what does that tell you? Eventually, a guy is gonna want to settle down with one girl. It's inevitable, right? And you know, not saying it's gonna last forever. Like, nothing lasts forever, but eventually a guy is gonna settle down with one girl. And if you know that your goddamn leaders are doing the exact same bullshit, why are you guys still preaching the same old tired message? Oh, women have so many sexual access, and she shouldn't have an Instagram because, well, she has an Instagram, well, she'll just thirst trap and all this different stuff, and you know, she's more likely to cheat. Okay, then what happens when you get a DM from a chick? Well, you know, I'm a high value man and I have options. So if I get a DM for a chick, it's my right to choose if I want to exercise the option or not. Nigga, pick a struggle, nigga. Like, what? Ah, God. Like, what do you want just everything to just be on your side? She can't have nothing because you're afraid she might go off and cheat. You know what that says about somebody? When someone has that kind of phobia against somebody doing something, it usually is because they're probably participating in said activity. If you're so much worried about her thirst trapping and cheating out there, I'd be looking at your fucking behavior. Okay? When you get into a relationship, it's you listen, they're people. You can't control them. It is what it is. The only thing you can control is you. So if she or he crosses your relationship boundaries, the only power you have, which is the greatest power of all, is to just walk away. And I don't care if she tries to pull an Amber Heard on you and try to reel you back in. Don't do it. Just leave, because walking away is the biggest power you have. I don't get this, but let's transition into relationship dynamics for a bit, right? So these guys also believe that, because this goes to part of their argument, right? Part of the argument is, well, because I'm a man and standard relationship dynamics means that I'm a provider by definition. Well, you as a woman, because you're more inclined to seek providers like me, you are therefore in my, I don't want to say debt, but it almost sounds like it, right? You're therefore under my mercy, right? Because I'm the high value man who's a provider. I bring the resources home, so you have to learn how to satisfy, moi. Now, here's the thing: should a wife be able to cater to her man? Absolutely, that's a given. That's part of the job. But just because she isn't the provider, is that supposed to hinder her from going out and actually pursuing these things? Absolutely not. Like, what is, listen, we are not, listen, this is how I know this shit this Red Bull shit's a scam, okay? We're no longer in the 50s. Stop. We're not, listen, everything stopped when the housing markets crashed, okay? The American dream died in 2008. Y'all need to stop this shit. It's done. We're in a new freaking era, people, okay? And the new era means that both men and women have to work. There's not that many job opportunities that pay the equivalent wages of the 50s that a man can go ahead and freaking take care of the house. And guess what? Majority of y'all watching these high-value men are not in that income bracket to afford a wife by yourself. So why are you worried about shit that you can't control? Like, your mission right now is to find someone who's also making an income so you guys can combine your income together and survive this economic situation that we are going to be dealing with, which, by the way, thanks to Europe and Russia and that nonsense going on over there, your life is going to get that much poorer. We don't exist in the 50s anymore, Kevin Samuels. We don't exist in the 50s anymore, Fresh and Fit, Myron Gaines, Walter Weeks. It's dead. Y'all need to start preaching how men and women with similar amount of incomes can come together. And here's the thing. Am I saying you're wrong that when women make X amount of money, they're not seeking more? Absolutely. But that's up to femininity coaches and other coaches out there to basically, and even y'all, to start preaching that stuff, saying, hey, maybe it's okay to just be cool. Maybe it's okay to just be average, because now we're talking about this high value conversation. People don't want to be average no more. People see average as right? Not realizing that, hey, 2 averages make sure that you survive this world. That's it. Like, we have lost the plot thanks to this whole high value shit. Like, this high value concept has destroyed a lot of perceptions about reality, people. Like, real talk. I got guys DMing me talking about, oh, well, don't you have to have a shit ton of money for a girl to be with you? It depends on the girl you're trying to attract. There's like 7 billion people on this planet, dog. And yes, y'all motherfuckers can travel too. Y'all have the capacity to do that. It's a new day, right? You want to tell me that the girls that you only attract are the ones that want to use you for your money? Are you kidding me? You mean there's nothing about you and your character that can attract someone that can genuinely find you interesting without the money, without the cash? Like, what is it about you that they can find interesting, cool? And another thing, you don't have to be high value, but there's one thing that a lot of men need to have, and which is why when women say that they're like they're starved from masculinity, not only that, but they're okay with a man that at least is on his way, right? You know, the kind of ideas that Myron likes to deny. Ambition is what they're talking about. Ambition is such a huge thing. How many young men do you know right now moving about have ambition? Y'all don't have ambition because y'all don't even know what your purpose is. That's why y'all in this spaces all want to talk about drama, all want to talk about women. Listen, I am happy to oblige. Like, I'm happy to oblige. But you could be learning other things that doesn't have to do with this, but you guys gravitate to this space. Why? Because that's what y'all are thinking about. That's all it is. So, like, guys, you guys got to understand. We're heading towards a new world. Okay, we're heading towards a new way of thinking, and a lot of you guys need to freaking wake up, because you guys don't have purpose at all. At all, it's not existent. Y'all purpose right now is just women, and I know that. And the reason why I know that, because the only time I could remember in my life when my purpose was all about women was when I didn't have shit. That's it. Or when I was really, really bored with no fucking ambition. That's when I had, like, women were my goal. And that's the mentality a lot of y'all are in right now. Not saying all y'all are broke, focusing on these different things, but that's the broke mentality. You haven't had a sense of purpose. A unique sense of purpose to give y'all drive. There's no drive. So with no drive, you guys come here talking about girls, because you see girls all the time on Instagram, social media, because most of y'all don't even go out. You need drive. Drive gets you ambition. Ambition gets you confidence, and women are attracted to that. They love that. And hey, you apply that confidence, you can start making some money, huh? Listen, this shit's, I mean, it's a life, man. There's no solid blueprint. You just got to go out there and fucking do it. That's it. But if you don't have shit right now as a young man, at least get you some freaking drive. Why do you get out of bed? Like, why do y'all get out of bed in the morning? That's what you should be asking yourself. I ask myself that question every day. Like, and you know what that does to me? You know what that does? Like, I'm serious. Y'all try this exercise. What that does for me is when I get into bouts of depression, when I get into bouts when I'm feeling like anxious about taking a move or making a move or taking a step, right? When I'm in that mode where I get sucked into my own head and I need help getting out, I think back to why I got out of bed in the first place. And then once I figured out my why, I get this whole new sense of energy. Like, I'm ready to come out here. I'm ready to go to war because I know why I woke up. And not everyone can say the same because people don't have that opportunity to wake up today. So what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and waste time. If I find myself confused out there in the world, I think about why I'm here. Why did I wake up? A lot of young men, you're not doing that. You're waking up, you're on the internet, you're looking at girls or listening to dumbasses on, on YouTube. Come on. Y'all need to get yourself some purpose. All right. You don't have to have money. Girls don't care about that shit. Okay. It really, real talk, they don't. They really don't. I mean, they cared about being stable and shit. Okay. But ultimately, they want to feel like life is going somewhere. That's women in a nutshell. Then when they get with you, they just want to feel like things are going. When things start to stagnate, then they get bored, okay? And they start looking at other people that it seems like life is going for them, right? Because that's what it is. Women aren't dumb. They're intrinsically attached to basically nature. And what's nature? Things always go on. Things always move. Things are always moving. I know it's hard for dudes because we like to be sedentary and set in our ways, but that's the thing that's killing a lot of men. Y'all got to learn how to adapt because that's what women are doing. They're this is survival for them, most of them, right? So to them, it's just adapt. Oh, you're not doing this? You trying to stay here? Listen, baby, I've seen you make money before, so I'm gonna give you a chance, okay? But if it's year 2, year 3, and you still haven't found another job, and you're still sitting here drinking and doing all this shit, and I have to keep working, baby, I can't make enough for the family. You're gonna have to put in. That's how shit like that really goes. Like this real fucking talk. Like y'all got us that shit. It just keeps going on. And the worst part about it just keeps going until you die. I know it seems a little nihilistic, but that's life. Until some of y'all actually understand and accept that secret, right? Because the only secret to life is this. You're going to die. So with that 24 hours that you have, just like everybody else within that day, what are you going to do with it? Like, no, what are you going to do with it? That's the harsh truth. But that's basically it. And like we are letting ourselves get fooled. We are letting ourselves get full. Grind and motivate. Shout out to you, brother. How you doing? Welcome to all y'all, man. I appreciate y'all being here. Wing goes. Let me see what y'all are having in the chat. What kind of conversation you guys having in here? Wing goes too. Yeah, he says time waits for no one. Yeah, time waits for nobody, right? And these guys like to make you think that. A lot of y'all who are living vicariously through these guys, you see the mansions, you see all this different stuff, the cars, the Lambos. And you think you allow them to sell you that dream of, hey, one day you're gonna be here. Oh yeah, one day, just believe, right? Believe. You're deluded. You are deluded, and that's why it's not my job to convince you that you're stupid. All right, I'd clown you. I will clown you. It's gonna be my pleasure, my nigga. Like Chick-fil-A, okay? My fucking pleasure to clown your ass. And guess what? Don't get it twisted. There's gonna be more fresh and fit videos coming out this week. Like you can't keep up with the stupidity of these fools. So it's my pleasure. But I'm not going to respect y'all because, or even take the time to try to convince y'all of anything. It's up to y'all to basically see that truth for yourself because you're going to go out there, you're going to fail. Poppy, shout out to you. But yeah, man, these guys, you guys are living in fantasy land. Okay, listen, do I think that the red pill have all bad ideas? No. Yeah, it gives you a little insight, and realistically, the insight is just it's almost Machiavellian in a way, right? Because you're basically digging down into the motivations of certain people and certain genders, right? That's basically it. It helps you basically see what you're witnessing in real time, the actions of other people. Like you're witnessing the actions of other people in real time rather than looking at it and then going back to ponder and think about it, right? You're seeing that. And the red pill helps you basically look for those different pointers. However, there's certain things about the red pill where it starts to deviate from reality. It starts to go into theory and fantasy. Okay, now you start to enter the Rollo Tomasi realm. And when you start getting into this realm, okay, shit gets dangerous. Shit gets really dangerous because this is where you become a crazy ass incel. Because you start buying into these theories and ideas, and it's going to prevent you from going out and experiencing it because you already believe you know everything. Like, I mean, you can't deviate from that, man. Because once you start going to the Rollo pill, like once you start heading into that, it's over. It's over. Because none of that shit that they say actually equals reality. I mean, look at the platforms they're going onto right now and making an ass of themselves. And to whoever had that comment earlier, yeah, we got a live stream coming out on Wednesday for that. We're going to cover that. Because every single time these guys leave their platform, they leave the manosphere bubble and they go out into the real world, their idea is just getting slapped down. Like, and what do you see? What do you see in these cases? A lot of them just go back to the talking points. That's it. They just go back to the talking points. They can't do anything else but talking points. That's why in that video, he's like, when the dude got mad at Myron and kicked him off the show. y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw he got mad at Myron or Myron and Fresh. And Fresh didn't really do much, but he got mad and kicked him off the show. And what was the reason that he kicked him off the show? Right? The reason he kicked him off the show because Myron kept repeating himself. But it wasn't that to Myron's credit, right? Myron wasn't repeating himself. Myron was just repeating the talking points, the manosphere talking points. You guys need to understand this. Whenever they leave the manosphere bubble, all they have is the talking points. That's it. So when they get challenged, they fall back to the talking points. That's all they have. Rolo and Donnie Boy has taught them well. Okay? Donnie, identity fraud boy. Or boy. Even though he looks black, I will not disrespect him and call him a boy spelled with a Y, okay? It's boy spelled with the I, meaning you a bitch, but, I'm not going to call you a boy because that's kind of disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? With the Y, okay? It's spelling-wise, okay? It's a black thing. It's a black thing, okay? I don't like to be called boy with the Y, okay? It's disrespectful. But, yeah. Like, this is nuts, man. Like, every time they go out into reality, you see their ideas being shut down, slapped down, because real people don't think like this, man. And, if you were actually, successful, you wouldn't even be here. Most of y'all, like, you really wouldn't, right? Let's be real. KS, shout out to you for the $5 super chat. We get that. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. We're just doing a couple stuff here, making sure that works. Did y'all? Because I have a little sound thing, but then he has a sound thing over there too that he's working with. So it's just we're working out timing. That's why we got to rehearse this stuff. But yeah. Thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, on my job, a lady was driving the wrong way. I said, "Do you see your situation?" A guy said to me, "You can't, stupid." Hold on, let me read that. On my job, a lady was driving the wrong way. I said, "Do you see your situation?" A guy said to me, "You can't, stupid." Yeah, no. Here's the thing, KS. The worst thing you could do is try to convince someone that's stupid that either they're wrong or they're right, or you can't convince stupid people. And it's not that they're dumb. There's difference between someone who's stupid and someone who's dumb. Because somebody who's stupid, it's not that they're like intellectually deficient. No, they're smart, right? It's just that they've given up some aspect of their individuality, right? Them being able to think for themselves, right? Either they've surrounded themselves by too many people, or they allow groupthink to invade the way they perceive things. So that's why stupid people fall victims to talking points the most, right? And the reason why is talking points present complicated things in a short, bite-sized way where it could just be, what do you call it? Men are just exercising options and women have sex. Or women are cheating, right? It's simple talking points like that where stupid people, again, not dumb means your IQ is like just out, it's not even close to room temperature, right? Stupid people, they can bite onto that talking point and they can just run with it. That's why America, and in terms of the policies, stupid people vote politicians into office that enact those policies, right? What do they use to sell those policies? They use talking points, right? They use these fancy schmancy words so stupid people can digest it and then go out to the streets and they chant, "Oh yeah, we want this," not realizing that it's gonna hurt them in the end. So that's the thing. The manosphere is filled with stupid people. And when you try to convince, and here's another thing with stupid people, right? When you try to convince stupid people that they're wrong, they can argue with you, but they'll just dismiss whatever you have, even if you've proven it to a irrefutable fact, right? They will still just dismiss it and then just say, yeah, it doesn't fit with what I already have, the preconceived notion. So I'm gonna just, not even consider it. So it just leaves you basically bringing yourself down to their level to try to understand what's going on, and they'll just beat you with it. They'll beat you over the head, and it's over with. So there's a big difference. The manosphere is filled with stupid people. Stupid people like talking points. They don't think for themselves because they give up a little bit of their individuality, so they allow other people to think for them. So that's just it. It sucks, but the manosphere is filled with people like that. I don't know what else to say, right? We try our best to elevate your thinking, but you know what I'm saying? I'd much rather just get views off of clowning you. Hey, listen, from day one, we have not changed. We verified clout chasers over here, and we make no bones about it, my dudes. We appreciate y'all being here, so please smash the like button. But yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, but shout out to you for the super chat. Let me see. Hey, one more thing. I'm gonna do a whole separate live stream, but I want to kind of touch upon it today just in case it becomes a little too late, so that way I know I covered it. Anton Daniels getting canceled again. That's pretty freaking interesting. That's something else that's in the news right now. Lord Daniels, as we would like to call him, okay? Lord Daniels. Oh, did you get rid of the card? God damn it. Okay. I was gonna bring up a overlay here, but yeah, so he got his channel canceled, and it's not for what you guys may think. It's basically because somebody came up on his stream the other day and basically flashed their junk and got him taken down. And you guys got to realize, man, that stuff's out there. That's why you notice we're not like, unless I have you in a group, like, it's gonna be pretty difficult to do like panel shows and shit, man, because there are a lot of people who come in and just flash your dicks everywhere. That's just like what it is. It's weird. They did it to our channel, but listen. Dukendon was too quick for y'all, okay? We saw that shit come in. We took that live stream down. Now, it sucked for the people who were enjoying the show. No, real talk, it did. But, like, this is what's out there. So that's why when you do panel shows, like, hey, content creators, you guys have to be very, very careful of who you let on. Like, I'm learning that lesson. I've learned that lesson. Ever since that day, we've been doing things a little bit different, right? Even we've actually changed up the show a little bit to be different. But you can't, you gotta the trust is gonna be difficult. It really is, man. Y'all gotta just, oh my God, the drip! Shout out to you. He says, shout out to you. I'm pretty sure this is Amish. Hey guys, go ahead and if you guys are not sub to the drip, go sub to the drip channel right now, man. Like, listen, they do a lot of stuff on spirituality. All right, we're part of the congregation. Okay, Dukendon is a member of the congregation. Okay, so just making that clear for all of y'all in the chat. So please smash the like button, but definitely go check out the show. And you guys do a lot of stuff with spiritual gurus too as well. We cover a lot of stuff, a lot of gurus in the manosphere, and it's hard to have faith. It's hard to have faith, Amish, okay? Like, listen, I'm telling you, man, when we exposed MLD, we exposed MLD because he had he was selling $700 fitness programs. He was selling them to a bunch of other standboys, right? And then he dropped a video of him essentially ended up getting liposuction. Think about it. This guy's selling 7-month fitness programs at $700, right? And then turns around and gets liposuction. He doesn't even follow his own fitness course. I'm sorry, he wasn't selling the course for $700. The course was used as a lead-in to other courses that he was selling for like $500 to $700, including the pandemic pickup. So he was basically funneling a lot of people who were unsuspecting into believing that this guy actually, made muscles, had money, got women, and he was out here getting liposuction with the money they were paying him. Like he got mad at us, and I don't know if the people who flashed our stream had anything to do with MLD, but listen, we got the full brunt of that. And even with Fresh and Fit, their standboys used to be crazy weird. But I don't think any of them would go as far as to flash your stream. But yeah, like he got surgery. Yeah, he got liposurgery. Imagine this, Amish, right? You're basically, there's a guy out there who's selling a program that he himself didn't take, right? And then which is crazy. And what was involved in this program was discipline and commitment, whatever it was, right? And he didn't even have enough discipline or commitment to go ahead and stick to his own workout routine that he was selling to other people. He went and did the quick route. He did the quick route and got lipo like that. He was the fittest man in the world. Like, I'm telling you, these guys get bad, but apparently I'm the bad guy for exposing that. But yeah, they're out there. So I want to have faith, Amish. I want to have faith, but you got to understand, like, the people are, like I said, people are really stupid. Again, I've made the distinction between stupid and dumb. Okay, I think dumb people have really low IQs. Stupid people are actually intelligent. The only thing is they give up some level of individuality for groupthink, right? They trade their individuality for groupthink because, for whatever reason, right? It might be easier. A groupthink is easier, right? And that's the thing. You'll find that groupthink. You find stupid people amongst those who are more extroverted. I'll say I can be pretty stupid sometimes. The only difference is, like, I try to stay away from groupthink, right? But that's the thing. If you're more extroverted, you're more out there, you got to be careful, right? Do your own critical thinking, because when you start allowing groupthink to dominate your mentality, and instead of you doing your own thought process, you're listening to talking points, then you have to realize that you're stupid. There's no other way to say it. You must realize that you are doing something stupid right now. You should probably backtrack. Again, the world right now, especially the US, is filled with stupid people. We're voting a bunch of dumb people into office right now that shouldn't be in office. Why? Because of talking points. The same thing with this manosphere dudes. But but like, listen, this was good. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. We gotta get going on something sometime. But guys, listen, this is getting too long. I don't want it to be too long of a video. Go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button already, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Okay, you don't want to miss the next episode, because we're gonna be covering the other fresh video. This shit's gonna be funny as hell. And Tax Mendoza, I agree with you. MLD is a criminal. He's definitely stolen from a lot of people, but then again, stupid people buy into this nonsense, okay? I mean, again, not saying you're dumb. If you're buying into a program that somebody else is selling you and they haven't taken that set program, like, you have to understand, you got to feel pretty duped. I got duped, bro, by, like, Facebook marketing gurus, okay? I bought a course because I thought, they were going to teach me how to be a Facebook marketer. And it turns out I spent $2,500 on something I could have gotten for $50 on Udemy. Okay. And I'm not sponsored by Udemy or anything like that. I'm just saying that there are other alternatives out there if you guys decide to look, versus falling for quick and flashy talking points. Okay. With that being said, I appreciate you guys being here. You can be anywhere in the world right now, but you're spending here with us, and I'll catch you guys on the next show.